So, have I ever told you the story of Deadpool and his backstory?
No, dear.
I have, but we should continue anyway. So, are you aware of Wolverine's powers? Superpowers?
No.
What are... Well, tell me what you think they are.
I don't know.
You do, though, because you know Wolverine, you know, big guy with the claws.
I've never seen anything to do with Wolverine, except that he has claws.
So you think that's his superpower?
I
Because that's
don't
not
know.
normal. Alright, Wolverine has the power of regeneration. So when people cut him, he regains, you know, you cut his arm, the scar re-heals and stuff. That kind of makes him immortal. That's his power. Wade Wilson was a mercenary, a highly skilled mercenary, who had cancer.
Wade is a stupid name. Something you do into the sea.
Something you do into the sea. But this is the 90s. People give people stupid names in the 90s. Portia was a name that rose in the 90s. You know, so anyway. So Wade into the Sea Wilson, which is a very Marvel name. You've got Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, Wade Wilson, had cancer. And because he was so highly skilled and highly trained.
Cancer?
Brain cancer.
Are you sure?
No, but it was brain, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I'm not sure. I've got nothing.
Right.
Anyway, so his brain cancer was pretty bad, but the military wanted him to do work for him. The military brought him in and said, "We want to do some experiments on you." You know, the military do experiments. Well, in Marvel they do as well because they're cool. They gave him a piece of Wolverine's DNA that heals everything.
How does it do that?
Because that is how he has mutated.
Are you suggesting that Wolverines can...
No. Wolverine is his code name. Wolverine is his code name given to him by the X-Men. His name is Logan.
You just said that
He's
they
not
gave
been
him
infected.
a Wolverine's DNA,
That is true.
and that gave him superpowers.
I said they gave him. I didn't specify a Wolverines. I said they gave him Wolverines.
That's not really what you said, though. You said Wolverine's DNA, which means the DNA of a Wolverine.
Monsters. Could you imagine how nightmarish Wolverines would be? These radiant monsters that are like honey badgers, but not quite as cool. How bad they'd be if you couldn't just shoot them in the head. They'd be awful.
Anyway.
So Wolverine, aka Logan, aka human, aka mutant, aka not a fucking Wolverine, they took his DNA. So they're like, let's put this DNA into him so he can regenerate and he can beat his cancer. So they put it into him.
So they took his DNA and put his DNA back into him?
No. They took his DNA. I know, I'm sorry. Jack not explain well. They took his DNA and put it into Wade Wilson.
Whose DNA?
Wolverine's DNA. Logan's DNA.
Wait, what?
Okay. The man who can regenerate had his DNA put into the man with cancer.
So how could he regenerate?
Because he was born like that, because it was the next step of evolution in humans.
You want to explain that a bit more?
No, the 60s were amazing.
Uh-huh.
When they made things like this, they were like, well, the thing was with X-Men, it was the first thing to not use gamma radiation or radiation in any form as a way of superhero backstory.
So how did the DNA from Logan get into Wolverine?
No, Logan is Wolverine.
What the fuck?
Okay, so Logan's DNA...
Into Wade.
Okay, 2 words. Because science.
No.
Yes.
No, I need more than that.
They put it in with a syringe.
But what? Put what in?
His DNA.
In what form?
Liquid.
How does that change his DNA? That doesn't make
It
sense.
mixes with his DNA.
If you have a blood transfusion, you don't change your DNA. No.
Because science.
That's not how it works.
That's how science works.
No, it's
in
not.
comic books, it is.
Oh my god.
Have you never seen a comic book?
No.
Syringe magic. Suspension of disbelief is how it works.
Well, it's very...
Keep in mind,
lot of disbelief.
what people don't, what you are neglecting to remember is that Deadpool is a comedy character.
Who the fuck is Deadpool? That's a serious question.
Wade, the man with cancer.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I did. I said.
You did not.
Right at the start, I said, "What's Deadpool's backstory?"
I think
That he has cancer, and
that
they
was
gave
Wolverine.
No,
You
Wolverine
never
does not have
mentioned
cancer.
Deadpool.
Wolverine doesn't have cancer.
So who does?
Deadpool.
Who is?
Wade Wilson.
So who's Logan?
Wolverine.
Oh my god.
There are two people. All right, let's get rid of
You're
pseudonyms.
so bad at explaining this.
I think I'd make a Class A university lecturer, maybe a college lecturer. So, shall we just do away with
I'm
pseudonyms?
glad my lecturers weren't like this.
Yeah, because they have to lecture to lots of people who just have to write things as opposed to, one-to-one conversationalists. Anyway, shall we get rid of pseudonyms? Do away with it. Who needs pseudonyms?
Who indeed?
So, Wade has cancer and they injected him with Logan's DNA to regenerate.
I still am fuzzy on the details there.
Because science.
No.
Because science.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Let's gloss over that.
It's excellent because it actually heals his cancer.
How?
Because science. It
No.
regenerates all of the brain that has been destroyed by the cancer. And the cancer is just no more for a week.
Please explain that further.
Well, there's no need, because what happens next is truly sad.
Was it?
Yep. The cancer gains the Wolverine DNA. The Wolverine DNA...
You said the cancer had gone.
No, it hadn't gone. I said that it seemed to have gone.
You didn't.
I should have. I should have said that, please.
Oh yeah, that's necessary.
Kill me.
It's your explaining juice.
It is my explaining juice. Could you put your elbow up and maybe explain to me how I'm wrong?
Oh,
So, the cancer got the DNA. So the cancer regenerated. So the cancer regenerated, and
what do you mean regenerated?
Well, whereas it was being defeated by his body.
That's not how cancer works.
I think you'll find it is, because comic books told me. You can keep your science off of my body.
The whole point
of
cancer is that it divides and rapidly expands before your body can treat it.
But they did treat it.
You said they didn't.
And the body expanded because of
the body expanded.
No, the afflicted area of cancer expanded because of the DNA. In his brain? Yep.
So his brain expanded?
Yep. No, just the deteriorated area regenerated because of the Wolverine blood. Not Wolverine blood, Logan blood. We're not doing pseudonyms anymore.
Right.
Right. Are you happy now?
No. What?
Shall I start again?
Is there more?
There is.
Okay, go on then.
Because his brain, that was afflicted by the cancer, started to regenerate, and they thought everything was great. However, the cancer was also afflicted by the Logan DNA.
Yes, because cancer is now sentient.
It
can move around your body.
No, it can't. It's just in his brain. Although it does spread later on throughout the story.
Does it talk to him as well?
It's funny
like
you
a little
should
mouse
say. It's funny you should
ear.
say that
Is
because not cancer, but because the cancer is ever regenerating, and ever recuperating. He is in a state where he simply cannot die, but he is terminally afflicted with cancer. So his body deteriorates, his mind deteriorates.
What kind of cancer? There are so many different kinds of cancer. This
the one that hurts.
Make sense.
Comic books are.
You can't just.
Please go on.
There's just
remember.
no logic.
Remember, honey, 2 words. Because.
No.
Because science. That's how they describe
What
it.
science?
Science.
What kind of science?
Oh, all of it.
What discipline?
Science is a blanket term. Oh, excellent. So there you have it. He goes mad because he's terminally inflicted with cancer, which gives him 2 extra voices in his head, plus his vocal voice, so he's constantly talking to the voices in his head. And that
Which
makes
are
comedy.
cancer.
That makes no.
So the
sort of.
cancer is talking to him.
The cancer gets forgotten about. They just wanted to write a comedy character. His whole backstory is pointless.
But you've just made it out to be that the cancer is like the massive part, and it's like a living
No, it's
organism.
just telling you his backstory. It's like trying to convince you that the bloke who shot Uncle Ben is a massive part of of every Peter Parker story. He's not. He's just the bloke who shot Uncle Ben.
The guy that makes the rice.
Yes, the guy who makes them. No!
Uncle Ben's?
Uncle Ben's.
What?
I really want some rice.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We should put an end to this. I'm sorry for
I
belaboring.
still don't understand.
You do understand. Please understand.